Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated. May I now request...
Equally grateful to all the resource persons from various different countries who have come from as far as Europe to participate, to share and to exchange ideas on e-governance in India. Everyone, whether in individual capacity or in the collective capacity, needs a vision that motivates them to put things into proper perspective, focus and achieve greater things. And the Department of IT and C is now having a vision to take care of several important issues challenging the state, especially in terms of employment, entrepreneurship, even poverty alleviation, promotion of higher education and so on. A national or regional progress depends upon how its people think and how its thoughts are transformed into actions. And now it is time for every state to think and allow the young minds to blossom with full confidence to compete with the rest of the country and the world as well in all spheres of human development. It is felt that the young people of Nagaland can be the innovators, creators, builders and leaders of today and the future with the right kind of policies in place. It is also seen that the Indian IT industry and the sector has grown from virtually nothing to an industry which is now winning India much recognition and laurels with so many world-class resource persons coming. I'm sure that the state of Nagaland will join the rest of India to enjoy the fruits of IT industrial revolution. Towards this end, the government of Nagaland is also doing whatever is possible to meet the changes of our time, and some of our efforts are already bearing fruits and recognized, even as recent as the present Northeast Techno Sabha Awards 2018, which was awarded to the state of Nagaland. We are aware that elsewhere in the world, in the 21st century, a new society is emerging where knowledge is the primary resources instead of just capital and labor, and we are trying very hard to modernize the state of Nagaland through IT interventions and ideas. In particular, the Department of Information Technology and Communication is now playing a key role to transform the state of Nagaland into a modern state by way of prioritizing and improving transparency, efficiency, and ensuring cost-effective public service delivery to the state and its citizens. The state is now witnessing a paradigm shift in governance and all other spheres of life. And information technology and electronic media is enabling a knowledge-led economy. The world is now looking up to India to drive the global economic growth, and India is looking towards east to open the eastern corridors towards Southeast Asia to promote economic growth. The government of Nagaland is fully aware that it is the right time to take the state to the next level and make the state of Nagaland the next IT hub of Southeast Asia through extensive use of e-governance and ICT-based technology. This is in keeping with the Act East policy of the government of India as coined by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. The state of Nagaland has already brought out its own vision, and some of the important areas in our visions are highlighted below. I would like to state them one by one. Number one, to make Nagaland an information technology hub through setting up a world-class business process outsourcing (BPO), knowledge process outsourcing (KPO) for Northeastern region and Southeast Asia. As you have seen, and you will be seeing, the Prime Minister of India has interacted with our employees of the BPO Kohima. This is just the beginning. A recognition at such level is representative of the stage we are in at the moment. Number two, to provide high bandwidth, internet bandwidth to every village panchayat. This is the dream. Number three, to transform Nagaland into a digital society, to harness, encourage, and make transparency and accountability a part of our governance process. To enable, number four, all government departments to have e-office to deliver services promptly to the citizens through online system. Number five, to bring about a comprehensive IT literacy initiative through the state. Number six, to generate direct and indirect employment for at least 1 lakh local youths in IT and e-governance related activities. This will address some of the employment problems that we face. To promote knowledge economy and increase the GDP of the state through the use of information communications technology and IT services. Number 8, to promote electronic financial transactions using virtual bank branches operating from customer activated terminals, smartphones and other electronic accessories. To ensure, number 9, cyber security, information security, prevention of data corruption and fraudulent practices. Number 10, to promote telemedicine, telemarketing and market supply chain through networking for retailers, distributors, warehouses, transporters, manufacturers, material suppliers, etc. Number 11, to ensure digitization of all records and promote use of demographic database for determining age and sex composition, income levels, distribution of resources, regional disparities, incidences of diseases, life expectancy, etc. Number 12, to train various departments, schools, colleges, entrepreneurs and general citizens in IT-related matters for improving their skills to meet the challenges of knowledge economy and promote economic growth. Number 13, to make the state as major software exporter in Southeast Asia region and make Nagaland one of the richest states in the country through that initiative. Number 14, to promote high bandwidth data applications and electronic services to rural areas through common service centers. Number 15, to integrate all government departments on a single platform through enterprise architecture and enable modern electronic systems like e-cabinet, e-legal, e-education, e-mobile classroom, e-hospital, e-dashboard, single window, e-business, e-Naga village, etc. On this point, number 15, Government of Nagaland through the IT department has already taken many initiatives and has been proactively pursuing to ensure that the enterprise architecture is implemented in the fastest time possible, and for which I am grateful that Mr. Pradhan, Joint Secretary Donor is here. We have already had preliminary discussion and we are going ahead with the proposal. Number 16, to strengthen core infrastructures like state data center, statewide area network, e-district, national information infrastructure, common services center, etc. Number 17, to strengthen networking infrastructure using terrestrial, wireless, aerial, OFC and satellite technologies. Number 18, to enable centralized electronic integrated security system using electronic equipments such as electric field perimeter protection system, microwave coaxial cable system, vehicle identification system, biometric system, electronic scanner system, electronic explosive detection system, electronic jammer system, CCTV surveillance system with centralized command pool, IP-based surveillance system, advanced video analytics system, etc. For many of you, this may be new, but it's already in the process of implementation. There have been trials undertaken in the state as well. Number 19, to bring up a world-class e-governance academy in the state to cater to the needs of northeastern states and Southeast Asian countries, and for which I'm happy to announce that in principle the Niti Aayog has agreed to sanction the setting up of the world-class e-governance academy in the state, and for which I thank the Honorable Chief Minister Sri Nifurio for taking the initiative to bring about this wonderful program for the state. Number 20, to encourage research-related works in IT sector for the youth by bringing up a robust research and development facility. So these are the 20 benchmark objectives we have, which we want to achieve within a time frame, some of which process is already on, and hence we are very positive that in a few years' time our proposals will see the light of day and Nagaland will benefit greatly out of those. The main aim of the Government of Nagaland is to make the state a major software exporter in Southeast Asian region, and also to make Nagaland one of the richest states in the country by actively engaging the unemployed youth in meaningful IT and e-governance related activities. We are committed to build a strong, sustainable and stable future for our youth, and through IT interventions and wherever required, the Government of Nagaland will take strong decisions as long as it is serving the interests of our state. Even as we speak, the entire process is on. We not only dream and aspire for all these things to happen in the state of Nagaland, but this is something which I can proudly say that the IT and C department in Nagaland state has taken many strides and will be continuing proactively, persistently, consistently to ensure that these 20 objectives are achieved within a time frame that we have set for ourselves. With this, I want to welcome all of you once again to the 4th e-Naga Summit of the Government of Nagaland, and I want to ask you to participate, open your minds and be part of this great process that we have started. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Advisor ITNC, for your inspirational speech. We are quite sure that under your leadership, Nagaland, which is often known as the land of festival, will henceforth be known as the land of e-governance as well. Thank you, sir. Now, I request Dr. Arvo Oot, Director, E-Governance Academy of Estonia, to give an address.
Nagaland and Estonia are both small, and I would say also Portugal is small. We have one member from Portugal. So we feel the same family because what we learned here, people are very pragmatic. We try to reach results, and this is mainly not only to talk but have some practical results. Of course, we are looking for better life of our citizens because at the end, for what we are here, like organizing things, at the end it's happy citizens. And of course, better and more efficient government. We are not talking about only efficiency but also transparency, which is obviously very important for cooperation between citizens and government, and also being very transparent just to see what the data and what the processes in the government. And of course, everybody is looking for a better society and more efficient economy. Those things are, I think, very similar with what we see in Nagaland and also in Estonia and Portugal. So at the end, we are for more happy people. We had started our cooperation already around 4 years ago, and this is learning for us, but then very happy that we are making first very concrete steps in our cooperation. And as I heard now also that we are just in the process of signing memorandum to focus on training and awareness building in your society. So on behalf of e-Governance Academy and also on behalf of our group and our delegation, we we wish very good and productive conference. Hope to get also a lot of questions from your side. And I'm extremely happy to see so many young people here. So, also coming back to Estonia, when we started in 1993, first of most important program for us has been program named Tiger Leap, which was very much focusing on offering e-government and technology trainings for young people. And those young people are also in government in Estonia today and focusing on using the technologies and innovation. So thank you very much for invitation and hope to get good contacts and good questions, but also hope to get new ideas and looking forward for our cooperation. Thank you very much.
The foreign dignitaries, they are of world class, very rare to get people like them. In particular, Madam Sarah Fernandez, she represented the United Nations University. United Nations means it includes all of us. So we are very lucky to have support of Estonia, support of United Nations, and they're here to encourage, help us to reach the new level in e-governance. We have sent a proposal to Niti Aayog, Government of India, for setting up e-Governance Academy of Nagaland. And Niti Aayog had in principle agreed for setting up the e-Governance Academy of Nagaland, which will be more or less in line with the style of e-Governance Academy of Estonia. And for the knowledge sharing portion, the e-Governance Academy of Estonia is willing to come forward. So we have prepared a small memorandum of understanding, which we will be signing now. So I invite Dr. Ho, Director e-Governance Academy of Estonia, to come up and sign the memorandum of understanding. This is a memorandum of understanding between e-Governance Academy of Estonia, a world-class institute, and the e-Governance Academy of Nagaland. We'll be signing the MOU now.
Can I say thanks for all the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels to
e-Governance Academy of Nagaland, which we have signed, is the first of its kind in the country. No other state has yet set up a plan to academy of this scale. This e-Governance Academy of Nagaland was fully supported by our Honorable Chief Minister, our Honorable Advisor ITNC, and it's because of them we are able to push through an important visionary project which we hope will cater to the needs of all the northeastern states and in due course of time cater to the training needs of neighboring countries like Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar, Bangladesh, and few underdeveloped countries in Southeast Asian region. Now, I would like to request a highly respected Honorable Governor of Nagaland to give his address.
Director, E-Governance Academy, Estonia. Mrs. Kadri Kraska, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Ms. Sara Fernandez, Special Advisor, United Nations University, Portugal. Mr. Chris Keres, Head of Network Connections and Additional Services, LK Trivi. Mr. S.N. Pradhan, our Joint Secretary, Donor, Government of India. Mr. Dihakar Chakravarti, Blockchain Specialist, Amazon. Mr. Sumit Mukherjee, Business Development Manager, Amazon. Ms. Trinina Jamil, Co-founder, Roots in Leisure. Mr. Tomti Lipa Ramkumar, Director, ITNC. Senior officers from central and state governments. Media persons, dear students, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning. This is the fourth e-governance summit we are having it. And we are very happy, a small country like Estonia, with a population of 13 lakhs only, which is on the zenith of IT education. This is the third time that I am attending such conference. I am extremely happy. A small country can make it a big way. So we as an Nagaland people, we can also come to the top if our credibility, if our desire is sincere. This time there is an MOU. All the three conferences, what has happened, I don't know. We have to approve our credibility properly and march ahead. A wonderful imagination, dream has been spelled out by our advisor. I hope this year we make it at least a good beginning. Friends, it's a great pleasure for me to grace the fourth edition of the e-Naga Summit 2018, and I'm extremely happy to learn the pioneers in the field of e-governance in the world are here today to enlighten the people of Nagaland on the e-governance models prevailing elsewhere in the world and motivate us to adopt the digital technology wherever it is feasible. The world today is depending on information technology for easier access to information and services. The e-Naga Summit can be the right platform in bringing together experts in the IT field from different countries, industries, central and state governments, officials, and through them, the state can build a knowledge-based society which would ultimately help in providing good governance. Young people can not only be innovators and creators, but can be the leaders of the future if they acquire right kind of skills and equip themselves to take up the opportunities for job and wealth creation. With the right policies in place and through extensive investments in human capital, we can empower young people to drive socio-economic development and increase our capability for wealth creation to the society and the state. It is learned that search for right jobs and a decent livelihood are the biggest motivators. We must invest in skill development of youths in order to realize their full potential and also to make an effort to bring them back to make their state economically strong. During the last century, the world has transferred from agricultural society to industrial society. The management of technology, capital and labor provided competitive advantage. In northeastern states, the industrial and agricultural sectors could not make desired growth on par with the rest of the country. In this 21st century, a new society is emerging where knowledge is the primary source instead of capital and labor. Our great Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi and our University Grants Commission, UGC, have made a uniform formula for youths, all the students, to equip with skill in their studies so that once they come out from the institution, they are not job seekers, but they are job givers. Entrepreneurship is the need of the hour, and our graduates coming out of the universities should be entrepreneurs with a financial banking from the Mudra Bank. Government of India is extending all required help to the IT industry, even to the extent of bringing out a separate digital India policy. The Govt of Nagaland will also be providing all required support to meet the challenges of changing times. Friends, our IT industry, India's IT industry, is playing a major role not only in India but all over the world economic growth. The success of software business in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, etc. are indication of how the economy can grow so fast by employing the latest IT technology, and the time has come for the state of Nagaland to harness the numerous benefits of information technology. Now the state of Nagaland has also to catch up with the advanced other states of our country to transform the state into a knowledge-based society through information technology. With my initiative, since last 2 years, Rajbhavan has been able to introduce 32 schools of Nagaland for e-learning supported by Govt, a well-known company from Mumbai. I am grateful to the Governance Academy of Estonia for collaboration in this e-Naga summit. Knowledge sharing and learning from the distinguished speakers will help Nagaland to be a model state in e-governance. I am sure this e-Naga summit will spur the young minds towards harnessing knowledge in digital and IT field and take the state to the great heights in the future. I wish the e-Naga Summit 2018 a grand success. Kupnaling, thank you all. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
As an elderly statesman, when the state is in problem, we always look forward to you, and you are always with us. Now with you solidly behind us in the e-governance and IT initiatives, we are very sure that our dream of making the land of Nagaland a land of e-governance and be a front runner in e-governance will be fulfilled soon.
I would like to extend our gratitude to the Honorable Governor of Nagaland, Sri P.V. Acharya, for being here with us today. Sir, your presence here today is deeply appreciated, and you are a great source of inspiration for us. Special thanks goes to Mr. Monumo Kikon, Honorable Advisor ITNC. Your presence and support for the department is valued, and we hope that through your vision and guidance, the department will scale greater heights. I am also thankful to all the resource persons, both from India and abroad, who are here with us today, and look forward to the sessions ahead. We are also grateful to all the government departments, organizations, and individuals who have come forward to support this 4th edition of the e-Naga Summit.
I will start a bit on explaining e-government issues, but I try to be also more broader, just to focus on some of the important issues in setting up effective and transparent government, but also what is the role of political will and related issues. If you can put my slides. Next slide. When to start to talk about technology in government, usually people are thinking much about technology. As was mentioned also, I was first person in the Estonian government starting from 1993. We felt that technology is something that can help small country and then also being good in economic competition. So usually on political level we are looking very much at efficiency and transparency. And efficiency is not only that to make automatization of existing processes, but also to optimize processes in government, to offer better services for citizens. Transparency is about communication, and also sometimes we call it anti-corruption or something which is not very good in government, but population should be able just to communicate and then see those processes and data as well. But at the end we are very much looking of economic competition, because especially for small countries, you are not able to be in competition with big countries easily. And in case of Estonia, we are looking at possibilities to use our young people and our brains to make next steps in economy. And this was happening during first 10 years. So we are feeling at the moment that Estonia is good in competition and fast development. But at the end, it's important that people like to use technologies. So what sometimes we call e-way of life. If you look young people, especially, everybody is using mobile technologies, computers. We all expect that we have good access to the infrastructure and networks. So those three pillars, I think, is very much common for many countries, especially important for small countries. Next slide, please. Yes, this is a picture from Estonia. We tried to show something, some differences. When we are coming to Nagaland, it's always warm here. Especially yesterday, we were walking in the mountains. You see from our faces, we had pretty red. In Estonia, we have this situation. We have snowing, and sometimes we are not able to go to the offices or get some services from government. I'm very happy to say that Annel is just explaining and showing also some of the services. I'm not telling too much about government services, but I try to focus on more general policy issues and general management and other things. But this is a good picture also for politicians to understand that people are expecting doesn't matter if it's bad weather or good weather, people are expecting to get services. And in your case also what we saw that the roads are not the best conditions, and it means that you don't need to travel too much. You can get services from home. In some countries they have many islands and they are not able also to travel, or some weather is bad. So it's a possibility to explain to ordinary people why technology can help a lot. Next slide, next slide, please. When we are talking about efficiency, people are asking that you put money to the technology and how you get this money back. And it's really a difficult situation because usually we expect that we get the results pretty fast. We calculated in Estonia, if you click one more time, please click. Yes, okay. So we calculated in Estonia that when we started to use electronic IDs, Annela will just tell you about electronic identification of people. Today we save approximately 2% of GDP annually. It means that if you use technologies, you can have this efficiency also in society. 2% of GDP in Estonia is a military budget. So it means that it's a really huge amount of money. Next slide, please. How this calculation is made, probably you don't see, but later on you can get also slides. If it's, we deliver some slides in electronic format, so you can see that. So the calculation was made, for example, to establish company in Estonia. In old days, it took 500 minutes. Today is half an hour. So 30 minutes. It means that we can make very fastly some of the services online. Or to declare taxes, it takes 10 minutes, not like 7 to 8 minutes, which was previously. You don't need to travel somewhere. So it's a save of time. And when you calculate how much you save time, you can calculate also how much money you can save. So it's pretty important, especially also in government level, when we are discussing those topics. It's becoming efficient. Government, but also society. Next slide, please. Now, when I start to talk about e-governance, we have to think about electronic services and electronic government, it's called usually, and also electronic democracy, so electronic participation. I have a few examples from both, and just to illustrate those things. But it's always balanced not only on service side, but also some transparency and participation on democracy side. So you can use technology to engage more people in decision-making processes. And it's very important, especially for small countries also. And what we learned here is that we have some tries, or you have some groups of people who are a little bit maybe communicating inside, and it's a possibility to integrate all those different components into like discussions and into governance. Next slide, please. Now, one example from the electronic services side. We have this type of service called parental benefit. So by the law in Estonia, we can get paid after delivery of child. Mothers can get paid usually 1.5 years. So it's motivating people to get bigger families. In Estonia, it's a problem that we have very small families. But why I'm showing it, it's we are doing it electronic way, not the family groups, but adaptation for the families, and it means that they have to integrate 5 different systems. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes, please. Next. Okay, and for that you need to integrate different IT systems, technologies. So it seems that the complexity usually in government is not about technology so much, but much more about agreement between different institutions. Next slide. Now, I'm showing this picture about explaining tax declarations online. So I don't know exactly how these declarations are made in Nagaland, but in case of Estonia, you have to present a lot of papers to government, and people are not very happy just to wait in queues and present those papers. In Estonia, we started from 2000 to make these declarations online, and it takes now a few minutes. What is the motivation for people is to get some money back from government, and of course maybe not all the people are happy to pay taxes, but if it's very easy to do it, then people start to do it more easily, and they are happy. But I'm showing this picture because to say that it's not immediate people start to use technologies. It takes time. In our case, it took 4 or 5 years before we had all the technology in place. So my message is that we should start very fast, but we can't expect immediately after 1 year some very good or broad impact. So it means that you should be patient. Next slide, please. Next slide is about internet voting or electronic participation or electronic democracy. In case of Estonia, a lot of people are traveling. Sometimes, as you saw, bad weather. And young people doesn't like to go to some offices to make voting. So next slide, please. We are using internet voting, using internet for elections and voting already from 2005. And last year we got approximately 32% of votes electronically. But again, the same picture. It means that people trust building takes time. So people are not immediately starting to use technology. It may take more time. So the message is that in political level also that you can't expect immediately with the results. But stability is important. And to start new projects and new services, it can take time. Next picture. Now, I'm more specialist on electronic government, but I try to explain something what we learned in Estonia. And we have to, when we are looking at electronic government and the information society, we can't think only about technology. We have to think about organization and processes, how government is organized, how the processes of governments are organized. We have to think about the legal framework or legislation, because lawyers are saying that you can't do any services before we write law for them. And technology people are saying that we don't know what to regulate. So it's a challenge sometimes. Next, we have to think about finances, because every time you do something, you need also money. And also money sometimes to motivate people to start to use technologies. What is also important message from our side is that government can save a lot of money when people are starting to use more technologies. But the framework and the architecture should be in place. And of course, then we have to think about technology, and cross-cutting is type of e-government policy is like broader conceptual decisions on basic building blocks and basic topics. Now, our experience from Estonia was, and what we are learning also in many other countries, we are working with today almost in 90 countries. What we learned, technology is not the main problem, and money is not the main problem. If you have good ideas, you usually can get some money from donors or from banks or somewhere. But the problems in government are almost all the examples from countries. The problems are in cooperation between government institutions and organizing social government developments. Together is also an issue. So my message here is also that if government want to reach reach fast the e-government is very much to do with government itself, organizing processes and cooperation. This takes time. I have one example from Uzbekistan we are working. We were already almost 7 years or 8 years working and training 3 times staff for the government. And every time new government is coming, they clean the place, new people are coming, and then they have to start to learn again. So it's stability is important. Next slide, please. No, next slide, please. So when we just talk about policy, we are looking at as concerned citizens' orientation. It means that in center of the speech is a person, not government. We have very good conceptual concept in European Union. It's called once only. It means that if you give your data to government is not asking the same data again, because they have it already. They have it in database somewhere. Government should reuse data what they have. Second, maybe important aspect is leading role of private sector, because always you have private sector who might be active part of government. We expect usually that private sector also partnering with government in developing technologies. Efficiency and transparency in public sector is clear, but all those bigger policy documents are focusing also obviously on efficiency and transparency. Protection of privacy, and this seems to be also challenging sometimes because people are afraid that government is misusing your data. There are different concepts about privacy protection and also some technologies like blockchain and very new terminology and some new technologies, but I will not stop on that, but privacy protection is important. In case of Estonia, we believe that if people see your own data, and if people can know that how others are using your data, then you can monitor your privacy by yourself. Next, we have already discussed here that somehow it's important to protect also culture and language, because no one else is putting your own language and information about culture to the internet. We had the debates in the Estonian government. Some people were saying that no, it's, everybody knows English is enough. We believe that there should be something very national. People for communities is very important that you see your own language and your own cultures, and you have already your festivals presented. So this is like one of the pillars of strategies and policies. Now next maybe is about protection, it's called avoiding digital divide. Digital divide basically means that information society and electronic government is for all, not only for rich people or for some groups. So in our case we had programs about offering or connecting all the regions we are fast internet, and I understand that it's ongoing project in Nagaland, because people can use technology in very different ways, and it's not always the government is offering services, but of course private sector and information is important. So it's to avoid to divide the population in different groups. In Estonian case, we started to issue Estonian ID cards, and we had discussion if we have 2 types of cards or one, and then we decided that everybody have a digital ID card, which gives possibility to everybody who want to use the technology and digital. And maybe last fitting into this picture is about neutrality. We try to keep neutrality about technologies, keep neutrality about companies we are cooperating, and keep neutrality about decisions to be made in government side to make competition. Okay, this is like some of the main pillars. Next slide, please. This is a model what we are not looking for. It's not. It's like in right-hand side you see citizens and left-hand side you see government. If government is asking every time to offer new services, new paper from a citizen, it's not very citizen-centric. Next slide. This is like sometimes called one-stop shop. This model is pretty broadly working in many countries, and it means that if you go to get some service in a service center, the center has all the information for office of service. We have also some cooperation with EFS Global, which is very much based on India, and they told that they are having citizen centers in different places to offer visas. So it means that you don't need to carry all the papers and travel long distances to get service. Next slide, please. And this is model what in Estonia we are using. We believe that people can access services by themselves from the computer, using a portal, and then the government back office is integrated. So it means for us that it's a citizen-centric. Next slide. Now, difficult to see from this slide, but when we are working in different countries, we are looking how government is organized to implement and plan electronic government. And it's a main challenge for most of the countries. Quite often the ministries are working vertically, but e-government is very much horizontal. How this horizontal cooperation can be organized? And in government, people who are working in government, they know that to motivate all the ministries to do the same things, it's pretty difficult sometimes. I don't know how it's in Nagaland, but in case of Estonia, we have a government, 3 parties, and parties from different ministers from different parties, and they have of course they have cooperation, but they have also some differences. So to motivate all the ministries to do similar things, it seems to be challenging. Next slide. I'm not stopping here because you can see it also, but I want to explain that there are always 2 levels. One level is about cooperation and coordination, what is my role in Estonia, how to cooperate with all the ministries. And this is about knowing what you have already, planning activities. And second level is, next slide. Second level is about implementation. And in implementation phase, we are talking very much about infrastructure, which is one of the main topics of this conference. But we are talking about portals, we are talking about the electronic identification of persons, we are talking about mobile payments and mobile access. We're also talking about cloud computing or new technologies. There are many issues which government can centralize and make it more efficient. So those 2 issues are quite often mainly the challenge for most of the countries. So when we are working also, we are trying to focus on some of the building blocks and finding out what might be the challenges. Next. Okay, I'm not stopping also on legal framework, but it seems to be one of the complexity. Because to pass a law in the parliament, it takes usually some time. But technology, we are hurrying in implementing some of those things. So we believe that you should not regulate technology, but we are regulating people and responsibilities and rights. And next is to regulate as minimum as possible. So it's like a special topic for lawyers, but we're just happy if your lawyers are cooperating, especially on the training process as well, because it's important that lawyers understand also technology, and both sides. Technology should understand also technology, we should understand the law. Next. Now we look at this big picture of electronic government. We usually talk about front office and back office. Front office is a place where people can access and get service, or businesses are getting service. Back offices are different registers and databases. I would say maybe one of the challenges here is also that some of the databases are not in Nagaland but somewhere else. So you have to cooperate with different technology components which are maybe out from Nagaland. But in practice there are three main issues. One is the population data management, birth registration, death registration, issue passports, offering social services, etc. Second big pillar is business sector management, business data management, business registration, business numbering, those things. And third is real estate. Real estate is different kinds of different way, but ownership of data or land or about land or houses, this seems to be one of the challenges as well. So three main pillars in backbone. Then now when it was mentioned from Mr. Piso that we are a little bit looking at cooperation also on the secure data exchange. So it seems to be one of the possibilities to move faster in cooperation between different government institutions. And of course at the end we are looking for good services. Next. Now this is a picture about secure data exchange, and this is what we know very well in Estonia, and we are cooperating at the moment with approximately 10 countries, and some other institutions in Estonia are also continuing cooperating with other countries. So the similar architecture is working in Finland, we are working together with many countries. So we hope that we are going to the next very concrete steps to implement some similar architectures which are, we learned how things can be done, and we know that we can train people relatively fast to understand all the details of these technologies. Next slide. And maybe also lastly, this list of slides about technology, what is also important to understand that when you are implementing electronic government, in some years it's becoming very complex. This is a picture after more than 10 years of implementation of technologies and interoperability architectures in Estonia. So it means that if you are not correctly recording every step what you are doing, you are getting in a forest that you can get lost. And this is something that we are cooperating also in similar countries. Next slide, please. Now, maybe final few slides about motivation of people. When what we learned that it's important to find out some symbols in society, which is also valuable for electronic government and electronic society. This is our project in Faroe Island. Faroe Island is very, very small, something 40,000 people living out here. They are implementing this picture of technology, but we are just, or actually Estonian architects. We don't care that people are saying that this is Estonian. We say that it's yours. And in Faroe Island, it's called Heldin is old tool to carry hay. And people and politicians are saying that it's like joining together all government. So it means that it's easy to communicate with citizens. Next slide. In Kyrgyzstan, the e-government architecture is called Tunduk. Tunduk is a part of a yurta, or part of house. And every people in Kyrgyzstan understand that you can't build house without Tunduk, without this kind of one top of this house. And so again, now Prime Minister is asking once a month from all the ministers how you implement this house or build this Tunduk. Maybe next slide. This is the next symbol which is needed from Ukraine. In Ukraine, e-government architecture is called trembita. Trembita is a music instrument to call people together to just discuss different things. And next slide please. This is a picture from Greenland. And the Greenland people told that e-government architecture in Greenland is called P2. P2 is tool to join together all the dogs to run. Because they have snow all the time there. Everybody understands that's important to join together something to get good services. And then the ministries in Greenland say that we are like dogs driving a better life for citizens. It's a little bit jokey, but it's very easy to understand for ordinary people in Nagaland or in Greenland that there are something which should be done together. And with this message I would say that let's start as fast as possible. Let's join together all the players in electronic government and society, and let's reach results. And for Nagaland, we have to find our own symbol, I believe, to explain to people that, okay, e-government something is valuable not only for government, but for people and for society. And this is strong political message really used also by politicians and explaining why we try to do something in technology to be more efficient, more transparent, and offer a better life for citizens. Thank you. It was some messages from my side. We also plan to have some questions, but I don't know if it's now or later.
Hello, good morning everyone. Well, my name is Roshan. I'm from St. Joseph Autonomous College, Shakama. What I would like to know is, what are the major challenges towards adoption of effective governance in a state, especially like Nagaland?
I believe the challenges are pretty the same like in other countries. Of course, maybe additional challenge might be the infrastructure, because you have big territory, you have a lot of mountains, you have maybe not so easy situation to offer internet services for people. But regarding electronic government side, I think that it's one important thing is stability, but also competences. What is one of the aims of joining trying to do together in government secretary type of trainings.
May I have a question, please, sir?
Yeah.
Myself, Hemant Kumar Santia. I am Senior Technical Director and Head of NIC, National Informatics Centre, Govt of India, Nagaland. It's very good to listen from you that you have been speaking about a lot of policies, principles that you have been implementing in your country, which is very small compared to our country, where population size is 130 crores. I mean 1.3 billion, and the population of Nagaland is around 20 lakhs. So we have diversity of education, normal education, diversity of technical divide, culture, language. It's very difficult. Even then, Government of India has set up a lot of IT policies since 2000 onward. And recently we are going to have privacy policy also. In a country like Estonia, it may be very easy to enforce the policies, principles, acts, and I would like to know what is your success rate in implementing the policies, privacy, security, all these things, and what is your suggestion to our country or to the state of Nagaland to enforce them practically?
One thing is that actually Nagaland is, and Estonia is in the sense of population pretty similar. We have also experienced from very small countries where the technology is much more centralized. In practice there are maybe two bigger models or well-known models. One is the Estonian model, which is very much decentralized, and Singapore model, which is much more, or actually very much centralized. I believe that the Estonian model is fitting a little bit better for Nagaland, because we have also many ministries and many institutions who are just doing their own things. And you asked also about policy implementation. For me, policy is some agreement between different players. And this agreement should be reached by the players. We are having example from the countries that have excellent policies but nothing happening. And then we have countries, they never had excellent policies but many things are happening. So policies reflecting what is going on. And so in those cases I believe that like a main challenge maybe here might be that capacity building back office systems. But I don't believe that the main challenge is in really technology. But maybe in infrastructure, but not like integration by different technologies. So in this sense, I think that in general model which is running in Estonia and in many countries is fitting here pretty well. Challenges might be coming from a bit of culture or cooperation with the government with some other aspects.